Hello, dear Homepedia family. Have you ever stood in your own backyard and wished the world outside would just fade away? That constant hum of traffic, neighbors chatting, or kids playing next door, stealing the peace you crave. What if we told you the answer isn't another expensive fence or ugly barrier, but something beautiful, alive, and surprisingly powerful tiered terracotta planters stacked into a living, breathing Hacienda privacy wall that actually quiets the noise while wrapping you in sun-drenched Mediterranean seclusion? Stick with me, because we're about to turn those eyesores into the most soulful sanctuary you've ever imagined. And we promise you'll never look at a simple clay pot the same way again. If this vision of a rhythmic, sound-dampening terracotta wall, sparking your creativity and giving you that intimate lime-washed escape feels like exactly what your home needs, hit that like button right now to spread the inspiration. Subscribe for weekly doses of fresh, heartfelt design ideas that blend nature and architecture in the most meaningful ways. And drop your thoughts in the comments below. What's one thing you'd love to change about your current outdoor space? Picture this. You step outside after a long day, and instead of concrete or chain links staring back at you, a warm, sun-kissed wall of interlocking terracotta vessels rises like a gentle embrace. Each porous clay pot, stacked in rhythmic vertical tiers, doesn't just look like something from an old-world hacienda courtyard. It actually works with nature to create an acoustic barrier that breathes, softens sound, and invites you into deeper calm. The beauty lies in its simplicity, yet the transformation it brings to your outdoor living feels nothing short of magical, turning ordinary boundaries into something that nurtures both your eyes and your soul. Most fences and walls we throw up in a rush end up feeling cold, harsh, and completely disconnected from the peaceful sanctuary we actually want at home. But when you choose raw terracotta as your foundation, you're tapping into centuries of Mediterranean wisdom where clay has always been more than a container. It's a living material that holds moisture, releases it slowly, and creates that perfect microclimate for plants to thrive, while the dense mass of damp earth inside absorbs the vibrations of neighborhood noise like a natural sponge. This isn't just design. It's emotional architecture that makes your backyard feel like a private retreat. The real genius of these tiered terracotta planters comes from the way they interlock and stack, creating layers upon layers of porous surfaces that trap and dissipate sound waves far better than solid barriers ever could. Each vessel holds its own pocket of rich, moisture-retentive soil, and when you plant densely with drought-tolerant succulents and trailing vines, the entire structure becomes a thick, living acoustic blanket. The clay itself is breathable, allowing air to flow while the weight of the damp earth inside does the heavy lifting of muffling unwanted sounds from the street or next-door conversations. What we love most about integrating drought-tolerant succulents into this Hacienda-style wall is how they bring texture, color, and life without demanding constant watering or care. Varieties like echeveria, sedum, and agave create soft, sculptural rosettes that spill over the terracotta edges, while their thick leaves and dense growth patterns add even more mass for sound absorption. These plants don't just survive in hot, sunny spots. They actually thrive, turning what could be a stark privacy wall into a vibrant, ever-changing tapestry that feels alive and welcoming every single day of the year. Now, let's talk about the vines, the unsung heroes that soften every hard edge, complete the Mediterranean sanctuary vibe. Drought-tolerant choices like bougainvillea, star jasmine, or even creeping rosemary climb and cascade over the tiers, creating a living curtain that sways in the breeze and adds another layer of acoustic dampening. Their dense foliage catches sound while their delicate flowers bring bursts of color and that intoxicating fragrance that makes you feel like you've escaped to a sun-drenched courtyard in Tuscany or Andalusia, right in your own backyard. The visual rhythm created by these stacked terracotta vessels is pure poetry in motion. Each tier sits slightly offset from the one below, forming a cascading pattern that draws the eye upward and gives the whole wall a sense of movement and depth. When the late afternoon sun hits the warm terracotta and casts long shadows across the succulents and vines, the entire structure glows with that unmistakable Hacienda warmth that makes every evening feel like a special occasion. It's functional art that changes with the light and seasons, never looking the same twice. One of the most overlooked benefits of this design is how the lime-washed finish transforms the entire look from rustic to refined. A simple white or soft cream lime wash applied to the terracotta softens the clay's natural orange tones and creates that authentic Mediterranean stucco texture we all associate with timeless elegance. It reflects heat, keeps the wall cooler in summer, and makes the whole structure feel lighter and more inviting while still honoring the raw, earthy roots of the terracotta beneath. The sound of water trickling from a small fountain she added at the base mixed with the gentle rustle of vines, and suddenly the city outside seemed miles away. That's the power of reclaiming your space with intention and beauty. What makes this approach so perfect for 2026 is how it aligns with the growing desire for emotional, sanctuary design spaces that don't just look good, but actively support our mental and emotional well-being. Biophilic principles come alive here as the living wall brings nature closer, improves air quality through the plant's natural filtration, and creates that deep sense of connection to the outdoors that so many of us crave after spending too much time indoors. It's sustainable, low water, and deeply restorative all at once. Building the structure itself feels surprisingly approachable once you understand the interlocking technique. Start with a sturdy base of larger terracotta vessels filled with a moisture-retentive soil mix. Then nest smaller pots into the gaps, staggering each level for stability and visual interest. The porous clay naturally wicks moisture upward, helping the entire wall stay hydrated longer, while the dense planting creates a self-supporting system that grows stronger and more beautiful with every passing season. Maintenance turns out to be one of the biggest surprises for people who try this. Because we're using drought-tolerant succulents and vines, chosen specifically for their resilience, watering becomes minimal often, just a deep soak every couple of weeks during the hottest months. The terracotta itself helps regulate moisture, and the layered design means you can reach every plant easily without special equipment. It's a garden that gives back far more than it asks for, leaving you more time to simply enjoy the peace it creates. One of my favorite things about this terracotta hacienda wall is how adaptable it is to different spaces and climates. In hotter, drier regions it thrives with minimal intervention, while in cooler areas you can tuck in a few evergreen elements or add protective covers during harsh winters. The modular nature of the stacked planters means you can start small on a patio and expand over time, or create a dramatic full-height statement wall that completely transforms a large backyard into a series of intimate outdoor rooms. What truly sets this design apart from traditional privacy solutions is how it engages all the senses at once. The visual rhythm of the tiers, the earthy scent of damp terracotta after a light rain, the soft rustle of leaves, and even the subtle texture under your fingertips when you brush past, it all works together to create an immersive experience that makes you want to linger outside longer. This is the kind of architecture that doesn't just sit there. It invites you in and holds you gently. For families with kids or pets, this living wall offers something truly special. A natural boundary that feels safe and welcoming rather than restrictive. The soft planting softens any hard edges, while the height and density provide real privacy without creating a fortress-like feeling. Children love discovering the tiny ecosystems that develop among the succulents, and the whole structure becomes a living backdrop for outdoor play, family dinners, and quiet evening conversations under the stars. Seasonal changes bring their own quiet magic to the terracotta wall. In spring, new growth on the vines and fresh rosettes on the succulents create a burst of vibrant energy. Summer brings lush fullness and deep shade pockets. Fall sees warm tones deepen as the terracotta catches the golden light, and even in winter, the structure retains its sculptural beauty, offering a framework that looks striking against bare branches or a light dusting of snow in colder climates. The wellness benefits of surrounding yourself with this kind of living architecture are profound and well documented. Studies on biophilic design show that spaces incorporating natural materials, plants, and organic forms reduce stress hormones, improve focus, and increase overall feelings of contentment. When you combine that with the actual sound reduction from the dense, damp planting and porous clay, you're creating a true healing environment right outside your door, one that supports rest, creativity, and connection. We've seen this concept work in everything from tiny urban balconies to sprawling suburban properties. And the common thread is always the same. People feel more at home in their own space than they ever have before. The terracotta wall doesn't just divide property lines. It creates a threshold between the busy world and your personal sanctuary, a place where you can exhale fully and remember what it feels like to be truly present in nature. The cost-effectiveness of building with tiered terracotta planters compared to custom masonry or high-end fencing is another reason this idea is spreading so quickly. Quality clay pots are surprisingly affordable, especially when purchased in bulk, and the soil and plants represent a one-time investment that grows more valuable every year. You're not just buying materials. You're investing in a living system that appreciates in beauty and function with time, unlike static structures that weather and fade. Ultimately, this terracotta hacienda privacy wall represents a shift in how we think about our outdoor spaces in 2026. They're moving away from cold, hard barriers toward warm, living architecture that works with nature instead of against it. It's a return to the kind of thoughtful, soulful design that makes a house feel like a true home, one where every element, from the stacked clay vessels to the trailing vines, tells a story of intention, beauty, and belonging. If this journey into creating your own tiered terracotta privacy wall has you dreaming of warm evenings in a lime-washed Mediterranean sanctuary, do me a favor and hit that like button to help more people discover this beautiful way to reclaim their outdoor peace. If this journey into creating your own tiered terracotta privacy wall has you dreaming of warm evenings in a lime-washed Mediterranean sanctuary, do me a favor and hit that like button to help more people discover this beautiful way to reclaim their outdoor peace. Thank you for spending this time with me today. We hope you walk away feeling inspired to transform your own backyard into the intimate, sound-softened escape you deserve. Remember, the most beautiful homes are the ones built with heart, creativity, and a deep respect for the natural world around us. Until next time, keep creating spaces that feel like coming home.